Hey music friends, this is Urs coming at you from PowerPlay Studios, and I'd like to take a few moments to talk about a very unique machine, a very special machine in many regards in my life. It's the Linn 9000. It was built, created, and designed by a genius named Roger Linn in Tarzana, California in 1984. So in 1984, it was very ahead of its time because literally MIDI just got released. The Linn 9000 included a digital sampling drum machine, including a 32-track MIDI sequencer for keyboards. So it was pretty much the first drum machine workstation of the time. Although this machine was heard on so many hits from the 80s, it had a rough start when it came out. First of all, it was extremely pricey. I think maxed out it cost about $6,000. And it was extremely buggy. So the entire system always crashed, it overheated, it had a lot of troubles. In fact, it actually forced Linn Electronics to file for bankruptcy in 1986. Very sad. But hey, back to the positive things. At the very end, Linn Electronics actually managed to rewrite the software and came out with an update. I think it was 4.7, whatever it was, I can't remember. That was working fairly decent, and when it worked, it had a tremendous feel. You know, this machine is almost like a human playing. You put something in and it comes back almost humanized. I don't know exactly what it is. I even talked to some guys who were in the development of this machine, and they tried to explain me something about the inner clocking of the processor, whatever it was, sloppy. I don't know. I'm not a computer freak. I don't know anything about it. I just know music, and it feels great when you play something in it. So the 9000 is very special and instrumental in my life because I started my career as a record producer using a Linn 9000. I based everything around this machine, programmed all the songs, produced all my first demos and first tracks and records with the Linn 9000. Of course, in conjunction with the tape machine because it was pre-computer, right? This was in fact a computer, right? But who could afford a synclavier, right? So the Linn 9000 was perfect. Sounded great, had great options. There was a time in my life I had 4 Linn 9000s because one was working and the other 3 were spare parts. Believe it or not. I was working with the Linn 9000 for over 10 years, between 87 and 98. So I even had my first Pro Tools rig and I was still using the 9000 as my core sequencer, including tape machines, of course, ADATs and all that stuff. All right, to make a long story short, now it's 2020. Of course, in the meantime, I sold all my machines, but this machine is very special. This particular machine I got about 2 years ago from my dear friend in LA, Jay Graydon. And for everybody who doesn't know who Jay Graydon is, go Google him. He's a famous guitar player, record producer, great songwriter. He wrote songs like After the Love Is Gone with David Foster together, Bill Champlin, right? Great songwriter. And he worked on all those amazing Al Jarreau records like This Time, Breaking Away, Jarreau, and for El DeBarge, this machine was heard on so many records of his. A track, Someone Just Like You, El DeBarge, right? Amazing song. Kenny Rogers. Very unique machine. I don't plug it in, I just have it. I don't work with it anymore. For me, it's a piece of history. I love it. I come down to the studio, I look at it, I'll kiss it every day. It's my history, it's my upbringing. You gotta love history. Enjoy.